por allá. No, pues.
¿Qué se siente barrer con la división?
La pinche bocina es mía y mis huevotes a la.
Gracias.
Hi guys. Let's go.
Congratulations on the win.
Much,
what did you make of the fight as a whole? I know it ended with an injury, sort of, but what did you make of your own performance?
I don't know nothing about injuries. I just know I beat Brandon Royval. I get the W this night, and all that matter to me right now, bro. So I'm so happy right now.
You dominated pretty much in every aspect, especially the grappling. Is that where you knew you would shine coming into this fight against, specifically Brandon Royval?
Yes, and that's why I try to don't think about the injury, you know? I mean, okay. I know something happened in the fight, but I was dominate the fight, So just that matters for me right now. The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I knew Brandon Royval is so amazing on the ground. But everybody forgets all my career. I was an amazing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. I think right now I'm more a complete athlete. I'm more my striking is better right now. But my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is amazing too, you know.
And then after your win, you obviously rightfully so said you should be next for the title and everything. Have you talked to anyone in the UFC at all about what's next for you after this win?
Okay, the first time when UFC gave me Alex Perez to fight today, they say something like beat Alex Perez and you're the next for the title. Right now, they say the same stuff. I mean, it's hard to believe in them again, you know, because they put Alex Perez for the title. So I just want some respect for the company. I know never is a personal stuff. Never is personal. It's his business, his company. But I think I deserve the fight for the title. You know, that's it.
Brandon over here.
Yes, sir.
So today about sending a message to let everybody know that you're that guy.
Again, sir.
It's today about sending a message to let everybody know that you're that guy for the next title shot.
Of course, I mean, and I think my road to the title is harder to other people because, you know, I'm not a trash talker. I hate like, for example, I don't know, Twitter because it's too much hate there. You know, I'm a martial artist, so I think my statement was my fight, and that's it. You know, I deserve the fight for the title. I'm the #1 ranking in the flyweight division right now. That's it.
How cool is to be inspiration to other Latinos? A lot of Latinos, they into boxing, not MMA, but they see you out here choking people out, breaking their shoulders, and getting title shots. How cool is that to be there for future Latinos coming up to see you doing your thing? And hey, I could be like that guy. He just came off the show, and look at him now.
That is an inspiration for me, you know. I said before that in other interviews, I want to be like the Julio Cesar Chavez of the mixed martial arts in Mexico, you know. I know I can be that guy, and I know I mean I want to inspire other guys, young guys like me in this sport in Mexico, in Latin America, and they can watch my fights and say, hey, I can do something in this sport. It's hard for us because we don't have a support for big companies, for the government. We are a third world country in Mexico, in Latin America, but watch me today, watch me now, and tell me why they can do something in this sport.
And can you give us an insight to your mentality? Because you came out and took a lot of chances to get the result that you wanted. How come a lot of fighters don't take chances? It's like they play it safe and then they go to decision and they get all upset when they don't go their way. You're like, I'm not having none of that. So give us some insight to your mentality when you got in that cage today into getting your hand raised. Because it's like this is not going to decision. You were hell bent on that.
I know, I mean, the technique is important, the physical is important, but for me, my mindset is my most powerful skill. You know, I had too much pain. I had like too much problems before. You know, UFC released me. Everybody knows that shit in my history. But my mindset is my first skill right now. I know I can beat everybody, and that's why I'm here right now.
Final question for me: who you match up better with, Perez or Figueiredo?
I think Figueiredo will win this tonight, but that's why I love this sport, because Alex Perez can make the upset. He deserves the fight for the title, and I'd say never is personal for me. Alex Perez deserves the fight for the title tonight, but I think Figueiredo is the winner tonight.
Brandon, over here. I've interviewed you after a few of your fights, and I was at your fight outside the UFC in Southern California.
Oh,
one of my
nice. Thank
friends
you.
that trained with you. Yeah. What did it mean to you to be able to get back into the UFC and all of a sudden you were so much better? What did you learn when you were outside the UFC, and what was your feeling when you were outside of the UFC as far as what your future would hold?
It's because something else born when I was in the bottom of my life. I had too much problems. UFC released me. I started to have economic problems with money. My older daughter had an injury, and I don't have money. I need to. My mother give me some money to pay the surgery of my girl. I was so disappointment of my life in that moment. So something happened, something born in that moment for me, and that's why right now I think it's other Brandon. Before when I beat Smolka, when I beat Ryan Benoit, Ortiz, even when I lost against Pantoja and Sergio Perez, was another Brandon Moreno. Right now, it's another monster different.
It really seems that way. It seems like when you were younger, you just didn't have everything that it took. Do you like it anyway that you came as a younger fighter, or if you had your choice to do it again, would you have had them only bring you to the UFC when you were a little bit older and mature?
Maybe. I mean, I think always is the correct moment. Always is the correct moment. I'm still young. I have 26 years old. I'm young, but I'm starting too young too in this sport. I'm starting this sport when I was 12 years old. I have almost 10 years like a professional. So I think always is the correct moment. That's it.
Last question. Will this fight go the distance tonight, the main event, or will someone stop the other guy?
Nah, man, I don't think so. I are both monsters, similar styles. I think Figueiredo beat Perez, so I don't think we get some decision.
No decision.
No decision. I don't think so.
Inside the distance. Awesome. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Brandon, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Hey. So let me make sure I understand this, because I'm not too familiar with the situation. But as you were explaining it, you were anticipating getting this title shot instead of Perez, and Perez got the title shot. According to the rankings, they have you at number 1 and him at number 4. So I'm wondering, what was the deal breaker? Because you had mentioned that it's the UFC's company, it's their business, it's not personal. Well, what happened? Do you know where the breakdown was?
Man, I don't know. Until this moment, I don't know what happened when the UFC, when the company take Alex Perez to get the title fight. I mean, I don't have more words. I don't know.
Well, because I plan to ask Dana White later, but I know.
Please,
I know how those answers usually. Yeah, when you ask him those questions, it's typically the same answer. We offered them the fight. I don't know if he said that about you, but I plan to ask him. We offered them the fight, didn't take it. Well, we don't really know. I mean, did it come down to money? You think they weren't going to pay you guys enough, and your team didn't want to do it?
No, I mean, I don't like to talk too much about my deals with the company, but it doesn't worry about money.
So what could it possibly be if you're the number 1 guy then? I agree with you. There's no question you are the number 1 contender.
I mean, it's obviously something happened at that moment, Just my manager called me one night and say, hey Brandon, I talked with the UFC, Cody Garbrandt had some injury in his bicep, but they decided to take Alex Perez and not you. And in that moment when my manager told me and said me that, I was mad, disappointment, sad, a lot of different emotions,
Well, stay tuned because later this evening, hopefully, we'll have that answer from Uncle Dan himself.
Please.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brandon, two more things here.
Let's go.
When you were going for a rear naked choke, and it looks like you had a little bit of a face crank going as well because you weren't getting under the chin, did you feel like you were close to getting him to tap to the face crank?
Yes, in some moment, yes, I feel like all his chin, you know. You can take the real naked choke under the chin, but if you take all this part of the shin, you can make the tap. But he
Turning his head.
turned his head really well, and I can just hold the position, and that's it.
And can you tell us where you think the injury happened to him? Was it from that position, or were you aware of that?
I mean, he tried to go stand up in that position, but I put a lot of pressure with my hips. Maybe that, I don't know. I need to watch the fight again and see what happened. But before that, I was very dominant in all the positions, you know. So I will try to don't think too much about the injury, and that's it.
Makes sense. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Let's go.
Felicidades.
Hey, muchas gracias.
Claro, le tengo que preguntar esto. Suponiendo que no te dejen retar por el título,
Ok.
¿cuál es el próximo paso en la carrera de usted?
Ahorita vacaciones, ¿sabes algo? Tengo mucho tiempo prometiéndole vacaciones a mi familia, no lo he hecho. Siempre digo, hey, ¿sabes qué? Después de esta pelea voy a agarrar vacaciones. Y nunca lo hago. Y pobre de mi familia, siempre están encerradas en la casa. Y ahorita, imagínate por la pandemia, entonces ahorita lo que sigue para mí son vacaciones. Quiero irme a algún lugar lejos con toda mi familia. No me importa el costo del vuelo, lejos del COVID, lejos de todo. Y después, supongo, es que ellos me lo prometieron. Supongo que lo merezco, hermanos. Supongo que no hay otro camino para mí más que ese. O sea, no sabría qué pensar si ellos aplican otra situación extraña en contra mía, ¿no?
Ok, gracias. Y se pudo oír un poquito en el evento tu esquina, como que se alocó y te dijeron, tírale golpes. ¿Ellos sabían que estaba lesionado?
Pues estaban, mira, pregúntales a la esquina.
Porque pensé que...
Se volvieron locos los dos. No, mira, es que en cierto punto yo lo escuché gritar un poquito. Le quito la base para que no pueda levantarse y me deja descubierto toda la cara. O sea, y veo que empiezo a conectar de forma cómoda y que no está respondiendo. Entonces yo simplemente fue a oler sangre y seguí con el ataque, ¿no?
De acuerdo, pues otra vez felicidades y
Muchas gracias.
que salga todo bien.
Muchas gracias. Let's go. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time.